Hey guys, this is TomLeo signing in, and welcome to another episode of This Is Our Common Discussion.
Hello.
So today's topic is going to take all of our nerd power that we have right now, because we are talking about Star Wars. As most of you probably know, Battlefront is coming out soon, and Episode 7 is just around the corner, and we thought we'd take this moment to talk about just Star Wars in general and just what we really like about Star Wars.
I find it funny. Battlefront comes out November 17th, and then Star Wars comes out December 17th. It's weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same time, right after a month exactly after the game comes out. So it's pretty cool though.
Pretty sweet.
And they said 3 movies are supposed to come out for that. The next trilogy.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
3 more movies.
Yeah.
It's a trilogy.
Yeah, it's just like crazy though. They already planned everything's good to go.
The original trilogy was really good. The prequel trilogy wasn't. Well, I don't know. I say like the 3rd episode of Star Wars was my favorite.
It was good, yes.
And I am being completely biased because it's the first Star Wars movie I've ever seen. But man, that fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan in the lava world, I could watch that for hours.
That is my favorite scene out of all the Star Wars. I just like it.
But but yeah, I can see why people don't really like the prequel trilogy that much, because it's kind of, well, I don't know if I'd say it was terrible, but it just wasn't like the original trilogy. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably somebody out there who can explain it a lot better than I can. But I am pretty excited for this new trilogy. And they got the original actors back for this trilogy. So the original actor for Han Solo, Luke, Leia, all those classic characters from the original trilogy, they will be playing in this new movie, or I guess the next new movies.
Episode 7, I can't wait. Harrison Ford, he looks like an ancient grandpa now. He's like, "Oh, we're home, Chewie." And he's like, his whole face is like rotten away from much. He's old.
He's aged pretty well.
Like, holy crap! I was like, is that really Harrison Ford after all these years?
Yeah. When we first saw him in the official trailer, we knew who that was right away. They actually even up to this point, we were able to make him look like Han Solo. Like, this is Han Solo. And it's like, wow, this is awesome. Like, even if Chewbacca wasn't standing next to him, we'd know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this right now. The 7th episode of Star Wars, we are going to do a Movie Nerd Corner episode about it, but I think we should talk about, like, our first impressions, like what we're given from the trailers and rumors and all that stuff. The first thing I saw was the teaser trailer, obviously, and it looks really good. Like, you know what I really like is that, well, what I'm hoping that they do, they take the roots of, like, the original trilogy, but they also take, like, the cool effects that were in the prequel. I mean, let's face it, there are pretty much only 2 things great that came out of the prequel trilogy. The battles and the music.
I love the music of Star Wars.
Yeah, music is awesome. One of my favorites is the one with Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Maul.
Yes.
And that's another thing. Darth Maul, he's freaking awesome.
I love his lightsaber. Just so cool. Double-handed.
Yeah.
Do double combat movies. The way he is pretty awesome. And I love the way they made him look. The makeup on his face, like the way.
Yeah.
And all the detail they put
into.
You know,
there was a time when I used to be afraid of Star Wars. Like. And part of it was because of Darth Maul. And I think that's what they intended him to be, really scary looking. But when I first saw that, I didn't want anything to do with Star Wars. But after my dad made me and the rest of my family go see the 3rd one, I was hooked. I just it was so good. Well, I think it's good. And yeah, I think the trilogy, or the original trilogy, I think it's good too. But the 3rd one will always be my favorite. I don't care what you say, I think it's good. For the last few months, there were rumors going around that the basis of the story is that the children of Han Solo and Princess Leia are the main are the main characters in this new trilogy, and the daughter is the Jedi, and the son is the Sith.
Well, he's not. He's like kind of like a Sith, but he's a Sith worshiper. He worships the Sith. Like he's not actually on the side. Yeah.
That's the rumor that I heard for a while, and then when Brendan told us about the Sith worshippers and what's the guy's name who's supposed to be
Kylo Ren, but apparently that's not his real name. We're supposed to find out.
Yeah. So continuing with rumors and stuff, Kylo Ren is supposedly the name of the bad guy, but there's a rumor going around that it's not his actual name. So maybe this rumor is right, and that it's the sibling battle that I've been hearing about, but I don't know. Like there's so many questions and so many theories going around as to what's going on in episode 7. Somebody made a video about why there are still stormtroopers around. So, and didn't Brendan also tell us that these Sith worshippers might have picked up some of the troops?
Yes.
That were like left around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that could be what's going on, and
yeah, they're not as big as the Empire, but like they have their own.
They're like a smaller army of.
Yeah, because they love the Sith. They love the dark side. But they're not actually part of it. That's the thing. That's the twist to it. Like,
what do you think? What do you think of the new helmets? For the Stormtroopers?
It looks pretty cool actually. I like it. Do you like it or?
I don't like it all that much because it just. Oh, I can't think of a good example, but it just doesn't seem to fit.
Well, it's like the next generation, you know? It's like new. It's all... They're wanting to change it up, right?
Here's the thing. The masks that they had during the Clone Wars, those were cool. I liked those. Like the cool cross-eyed, or I don't know.
Where am I shooting? Go.
TomLeo and I just put a picture of what the Clone Wars helmet looks like. Yeah. That's what they look like, and those look pretty cool. It's kind of weird from a story point perspective, but in a production standpoint, this does make sense. Like, then there was the Stormtrooper helmets that just have like the classic, like, well, you know what a helmet would look like. It's kind of dumb that they didn't take those helmets and like they brought those helmets with them, because those helmets in the Clone Wars, they just turn into the Stormtrooper looking helmets, and I don't know, it's like the design just doesn't story wise, the design of that just doesn't look all that great. But because you know they started with the original trilogy, which is 4 through 6, and then they did the prequel trilogy with 1 through 3. It makes sense, but from a story wise standpoint, it doesn't make sense.
Well, I guess Anakin's story comes in later on, but like Luke's after that. But yeah, it's like it's confusing. I was very confused at first.
But this new one, it just looks so weird. Like it doesn't. David's calling us. Should we talk to him?
Sure, put him on speaker.
Hi, welcome to This Is Our Common Discussion.
Are you actually right now?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. We are currently live.
Got it. Yes.
Bad timing.
Give me like your back on the movie really quickly, and then I'll let you guys go and finish the video.
It was okay. There were some things that seemed way too coincidental, but yeah, I think it was an alright movie.
Was it better than Pixels?
Much better.
Much
than
better.
Pixels.
Yes, a lot more
That's
action.
good. Do you think you would have rather gone to see Dragon Blade though?
I don't know.
I'm on the fence with that right now.
Is Brendan there too? Or
No.
Just you guys?
Just us.
It's just us.
Hey Zach, how are you?
Good, David. I'm good.
Good. All right. Happy filmmaking.
All right.
Okay, bye.
But I need one of those cords that can connect from the phone to the mixer, and then it'll pick up whatever comes out of the phone a lot easier, so I don't have to hold it up to the microphone.
Yeah.
So anyway, the helmet in the Clone Wars was kind of off, and I don't know. It just didn't seem to fit right. I'm still looking forward to episode 7.
I am too.
I'm just saying, like, there's some really, well, I guess they're not supposed to reveal everything about the film, but I'd really like to know at least a brief synopsis of what we can expect in the film.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about Battlefront?
Battlefront. Okay. Well, it originally came out on the PlayStation 2. There was 2 games that came out, Battlefront 1 and 2, and pretty much I played it as a kid. I don't remember that much, but it was pretty cool though. Like I like how you can be a stormtrooper. You can be what else could you be? I can't remember now. It's been so
You could be
long.
like you also had the chance, or I don't know if it was in the first one or the second. I know it was in the second one. You
Yeah.
got to play as Jedi.
Yes, Jedi. That's what it is. Yes. I love the maps though. You can jump off and stuff, and like the environment's pretty cool in Battlefront.
Battlefront 2 looks really good, and it doesn't even have like the Frostbite engine or anything. I'm sure that's what we're expecting in the new Battlefront, but how cool would it be to have the Frostbite engine in it?
Yeah.
Like environmental damage is coming in, and it's like that'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah. And I like how they have, well, they call it Battlefront, not Battlefront 3. I don't know why, but like I like how you have the TIE fighters, the walkers, and like all the vehicles are there. Yeah, all the hovercraft, everything you fly around. It's pretty cool.
And it looks so good. Like the graphics look really good.
Yes, they focus really good on the graphics this time, but not just the graphics. The gameplay itself is brilliant. Like I like how they put the detail inside the TIE fighters. Like you can see all the buttons and everything.
Yep.
Go in first person mode. You can go side view, left. Like it's pretty cool. All the different.
Can you
views.
only go in first person?
No,
or
you can go side view, front view, back, right, first person. There's like
Can
different.
you
Like
go in
4
like
different
third
views.
person?
Yeah, third person. It's all in there. So it's like everything's up to you. What you wanna play.
Excellent. I'm mostly looking forward to like the different battles because, like I said, Battlefront 2 was the game that I think everyone really liked.
Everyone loved Battlefront 2. Yeah, back in the day.
And we've been waiting for. I'm pretty sure everyone's been waiting for this particular game for a while, but they were waiting for like Battlefront 3, and well, it's called Battlefront, just not Battlefront 3, and everyone's expecting 3, but I guess I don't know. I guess. Would you consider this this game like a remake? Because it's kind of, well, I don't know if like because there was a story mode in Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
But is it like?
Well, I believe you can play the campaign with your friends. It's like Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh,
yeah.
That'd be really cool.
You can do cooperative missions together. You basically, I think we recommend you play the game with someone.
We totally got to do that, dude.
Yeah. Like it's pretty cool. Like you have online, everything's online pretty much. The campaign and the online itself, of course.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm mostly excited for the different battles. I really want it to be Luke and I'll let you be Darth Vader.
All right.
And just like the different lightsaber clashes and battles. And I've been wanting to play some type of shooter game for a while, you know, to get good at shooting games. And I know GTA 5 is considered a shooter, but there's like certain, but it's not completely a shooter. Like you don't have to play shooting games in that game all the time. You can do races.
Yeah, it's a mixture of everything in GTA.
Yeah, but I wanted to play a pure shooter game, and I do have Counter-Strike on PC, but I don't know if it's something I want to play because it's I don't know. After seeing games like Battlefront that's coming out, I'm just more excited about that, to play that, than Counter-Strike.
Yeah, but I'm sure everyone's gonna be flying in new vehicles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one of our friends was saying that you can't. There's no space battles anymore.
Yeah. Well, they focus more on the environment itself, and they did
Yeah,
a really good job with that.
And yeah, like people are saying like they're not gonna play it because there's no space battles, but
You know, honestly, like who cares? Because they put so much detail into the game. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to fly around in space, but
yeah, that is true. But
maybe we'll get a sequel to that game where we can fly around in space, because it'd be interesting like if that game was a remake and then they come out with a new Battlefront 2 with the same engine and the same graphics, but you can go out into space.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what EA's goal is, but I don't know for sure until we get like full confirmation.
You know, it'd be really cool. What if one of the maps for the Death Star? You could go around it.
Oh,
I
would love that.
Get a fly.
And there should be a certain part of the ship where you can battle while the laser for the Death Star is charging up, and you could knock your opponent into the Death Star laser, and they just like get vaporized immediately. That'd be friggin' awesome.
But what if every time you kill someone is like extra crispy?
Extra.
That'd be funny.
That sounds like something from your clan.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, guys. My clan's gonna be called Kentucky Fried Dark Side when I play Battlefront.
Yep.
I'm not the one that thought of the name. We just went with it.
You're going full.
Oh, Brendan's phoning me.
Oh hey, yeah, put him on speaker.
Okay. Hello, Brendan. We're talking about Star Wars right now. You want to say anything about Battlefront?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you guys talking about Battlefront right now?
Yeah, we're talking about what if they put like the Death Star for a map in like the next game if they made one or not. We're just talking about different things they should put in the game.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to like that Fighter Squadron
Yeah.
mode where you get to fly the X-Wings and the TIE Fighters and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And especially, I love how you can like fly it in first-person mode. And the fact that you're inside of the X-Wing, it's just, oh my, like, you see all the cockpit and you see like the control panels, and honestly, that just makes me like feel like I'm in the action, I'm there now. It's just, it's amazing. I wish, honestly, I don't think they're gonna have this, but if they had like a Project Morpheus for Star Wars Battlefront, I would definitely get it.
Dude, Project Morpheus would be awesome for that. I agree.
Project Morpheus.
Like, can you imagine that? Like wearing your Oculus Rift and like playing Battlefront? Like, holy crap!
Yeah.
Like you're just flying, you're just doing 360s in the air in space, and you're just like flying around in a TIE fighter or flying around an X-wing trying to shoot down a TIE fighter unless you're like in first person. Oh, I would totally nut out of it if I was in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First person mode, wearing those Oculus Rift, and I'm just flying the Millennium Falcon, and all you hear is Chewie roaring in the background. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Star Wars Battle, that is what makes Star Wars Battlefront the perfect game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't really care about what everyone has to say about the graphics, or that, oh, there's no server battles, or there's no space battles or anything. I don't care. As long
I agree.
as DICE stays true to the Star Wars universe, I'm in.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm in.
Like, Thomas, like, you don't really care about the space battles, right? You're all about like the game itself.
No, like, yeah, it would be cool if we had space battles, but hey, maybe that's being saved for another game. But yeah, I'll be glad with whatever maps and fields we can play.
Yeah, the map's supposed to be really, really huge in Battlefront. Like, I've seen Battlefield, but Battlefront is like double the size, triple the size, even in fact. Like, it's a planet you can fly around and stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Brendan.
Yeah, what's up?
Before you go, can you just address the audience what you told us about the basic synopsis for Episode 7 of Star Wars?
Oh, okay. Okay. So, what happened is that there has been a lot of speculation going around about which character and which character relating to who. And everyone is speculating that the new Sith, Kylo Ren, and I'll go into deep detail about him in a minute, and Kylo Ren is supposedly related to Han Solo and Leia. So apparently that's what everyone is speculating, that's probably their kid or something like that. And Rey, like, her full name is, I guess, is Kira Rey. Yeah, everyone's speculating that her last name, her complete full name is Kira Rey Solo. So Rey might be related to Kylo Ren. So they might be having like a little brother-sister kind of thing. And there is like a little backstory about why she is scavenger, why she ended up there in the first place, and then everyone's saying, oh, maybe Han Solo and Leia split up or something like that, or they, in our current gen term, they got divorced.
Okay.
So yeah, and there's all that, and also Finn. I don't really know what I could say about Finn. Finn is just some guy in a stormtrooper outfit so far, and from what we saw in the teaser trailer, right? Remember that teaser trailer, Thomas? Zach?
Yeah, I remember.
The 15-second, yeah, we have mixed feelings about this guy, because he's able to wield a lightsaber that was owned by previously Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker, and we're just really curious about how he even got the hand with this lightsaber in the first place. Like, we first saw him in the first teaser trailer panicking, wearing a Stormtrooper outfit, and now we just see him with a lightsaber. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of speculations are just going everywhere that I could, like, would address you guys, but it's just way too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I have said that maybe I said this already, but I'm just addressing to the audience. Maybe he got that lightsaber because because if you remember in Episode 5 of Star Wars, Darth Vader chopped Luke's arm off that was holding the lightsaber, and it just fell down. This was on Bespin, or well, it's Cloud City, but it's on the planet Bespin. And yeah, well, okay, fine, Cloud City, but you guys know what I mean. I have a theory that what's his name again? I forget.
Finn.
What was it?
What'd you say? Finn.
Like
Finn. Yeah.
Finn.
I think Finn might have been born somewhere in Cloud City, and he might have found that lightsaber somewhere on Cloud City, and maybe he just has it as like a defensive weapon. So in my theory, I don't think he's an actual Jedi. He's just a guy who stumbled upon this very lightsaber that fell along with Luke's hand in the battle on Episode 5. That's my speculations right now.
And also, there's another thing. If you don't remember in the teaser trailer, the second teaser trailer, whenever Luke, like the re-dialogue from Return of the Jedi, when he said, "My sister has it," and then the scene where like you saw that lightsaber, but it was Leia that had the lightsaber being handed to her. And that's what really catches my attention, because we know for a fact that the character that was handing the lightsaber to Leia was played by Lupita Young. She's played as like a CGI character, but supposedly she's playing a Jedi of some kind, and I don't know. There's so many speculations right now that it's just literally like it could go for anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and my final address is, so if you guys are all wondering who Kylo Ren is, he is actually the guy, he comes from, that's not his real name, let me quickly let you.
Yeah, I said that earlier, I mentioned that to the audience.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, did you mention that he was in the Knights of Ren?
I did not talk about the Knights of Ren, no. Okay, go ahead and talk about that.
Alright, so, the Knights of Ren are just pretty much, they're not really Sith lords like Darth Maul, Darth Sidious, Darth Vader, Darth Raven, or all that. They're just kind of Sith worshippers. They worship, like, the Sith, pretty much. They're just kind of, like, you know, fanboys, I guess you could say. And then everyone's speculating that the leader of the Knights of Ren is led by the character named the Supreme Leader Snoke, who is played by Andy Serkis.
Okay.
And he is believed to be either Darth Plagueis or some unknown Sith Lord that has passed away from generations or something like that. But he's the main guy that created the Knights of Ren, and he created these guys as assassins, and he created these guys just to like take over the many planets and have order, which henceforth the name the First Order.
Yeah.
So we don't really know that much about the Knights of Ren for now, but all I know is that they're pretty much I wouldn't say Sith assassins, but they're just assassins working for the Sith, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They're like they were like Asajj Ventress in the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like they were just assassins. They weren't really like Sith Lord worthy. Not yet, unless they complete a task of some kind. That's what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
All right.
And then literally, everyone's saying that the Emperor is still alive, or everyone's saying that the Emperor's spirit is taking over Kylo Ren or something like that. But I don't even know. There's so many ways. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't believe that, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's so many ways that the storyline can be progressed, and there's so many directions that they could take, and I don't think they're gonna be like, that's like the Emperor Palpatine is still alive. His spirit lives on this Darth Vader mask that it would burn through. And I'm just thinking, like, I don't think that's even possible. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
the spirit of Darth Vader is like walking around a melted Darth Vader mask and seeing that way. And by the way, I would have to mention also, Kylo Ren was the one that found that mask,
Yeah.
that Darth Vader mask, by the way, in the theater too. That's why it was all melted up. Because he was the one that was just holding the mask, I'm guessing, and he's just thinking that, wow, like that's why if you notice on the toys, like the new action figures that's been released,
Yeah.
his mask is actually shaped like Darth Vader in a way. So that's why I'm guessing he built that mask himself just to resemble himself to Darth Vader, pretty much. And
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
thanks for calling in and helping us out with the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
All right.
And thank you for letting us and very soon, guys. This is the Raging Rogue, whatever you guys, whatever.
Alright.
Your name, whatever. Ninja Warrior, Ninja, whatever, Asian, whatever. Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, man. Okay. Take care. See ya.
See ya.
See you guys, bye.
We've had 2 guest calls in.
Even our own members.
Yeah.
But hey, anyway, guys, yeah, that was a lot of good information.
Yeah,
You know, a lot more about Kylo Ren.
That was weird. He was saying that Palpatine could be possessing the Darth Vader mask.
Yeah.
That seems like a bunch of crap. I mean,
I don't know.
when would he have the time to actually possess the mask? Like, he fell down the I don't know what it's called, he fell a really great distance at the end of 6, so
Yeah.
that'd be a little weird if he just somehow exploded and then his mask got infected somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that we've gotten so far, but it leads to a lot of speculation as to what's going to happen in these movies. And all I know is all the information that we've been given and all the questions that we have left unanswered. This is a good starting point to get us pumped for the actual film when it comes out.
Yeah.
So, going back to Battlefront, yeah, this is what happens in our conversations. We just
Well, it
ping
is
all
related
over
though,
the
because
place.
there's a movie and the game's coming out.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
so it still fits. But honestly though, like Battlefront 1 and 2 was awesome, but Battlefront, the new one, I feel like it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be awesome.
Here's the thing. I am excited for Battlefront, but I still have speculation that it'll still actually come out even to this day, because if we look at the history of Battlefront 3, like it's been made and then it got canceled twice, and then EA just picked it up, and yeah, maybe they could do a little better with because they're not because the reason it got canceled the second time, from what I understand, is because Disney bought Marvel, and then they just closed down the LucasArts game company altogether.
Yeah, because George Lucas signed over to Disney.
So that's retarded.
Yeah.
And then EA just picked up the title, and then they're starting to work on it, which yeah, they're not related to Disney in any way. So I guess they can get this out easier, but I still have speculation like the game is cursed. It's been canceled twice, and but if it comes out, that's great. I will definitely play it, but I'm not pre-ordering it in any way, shape, form. I said form twice. In any way, shape, or form or fashion. Out of concern that it might get canceled again, and then I'll never get my money back.
Well, the beta's coming out in October apparently, so it's gonna be free to download. I don't know about PC though.
Well,
people already played it on PC. The alpha came out, but the beta's coming out soon. So a lot of people tested it out already. Some people said it wasn't good. Some people said it was good. So it's like,
yeah,
but
it's
they're working on the game though. It's only an alpha.
Yeah,
But in my opinion, like, yeah, I agree with Tom. It's like, you never know. Something could happen. Like, most games are like that. Like, they'll say this is coming out, then all of a sudden we gotta hold back for a year or whatever, you know?
Although now that I think about it, it's just called Battlefront, not Battlefront 3.
Yeah.
That's the game that got canceled twice. So maybe just its actual name is cursed or something. I don't know. But this is what I was saying going back, that this Battlefront that EA is making, it's going to be, or at least that I think, it's a remake of the original Battlefront game, and then they're going to make a second Battlefront game, and as a remake to the second Battlefront game that LucasArts made.
Yeah.
So then maybe there'd be a third one. I don't know. It's really unlikely, but for now, I'm just glad that we are getting a Battlefront game that has cool graphics, cool maps. I just want to play. I just want to play the Hoth stage.
Yeah.
Because the battle in Hoth in the beginning of Star Wars 5, that was amazing.
It was.
It was so good. I'm hoping we get more Boba Fett in the movies. It has been confirmed that he escaped the Sarlacc pit at the beginning of Episode 6. Like, this was they were. I think Disney was originally saying that when he fell into the Sarlacc pit, that was the end of him.
Yeah.
But there was an expanded universe outside of Disney's influence that explained that, yes, he did escape the Sarlacc pit. But this new movie that's coming out is saying, yes, he did escape the Sarlacc pit in this universe, and we'll get to see more. Or I don't know if we'll get to see more of him. I'm hoping we get to see more of him. Come on, bring Boba Fett back. Bring him back. Make him as cool as he was in the original trilogy, before he kind of just got shoved into the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting is that he's fallen into that pit like 3 times, and from what I understand, every year he goes to Tatooine like in a ship and just shoots at the Sarlacc pit in space.
Yeah.
He's definitely learned his lesson. He's keeping his distance away from that giant mouth hole. You know what I would want to see in this movie, and I highly doubt that this will happen. I would like to see them bring Darth Maul back.
Yeah.
Because there has been comic books of Darth Maul coming back to the series. Like, he even made a return appearance in the Clone Wars CGI series. Like, he and his brother Savage Opress, they were like rivals to the Sith now, and they took over Mandalorian, or what is it called? I forget what it was called. It's the birthplace of the Mandalorians. They teamed up with the Mandalorians, took over this planet, and then Darth Sidious killed Savage Opress, and he kept Darth Maul all to himself, which fits perfectly into the Star Wars storyline.
Yeah.
There was a story arc where Darth Maul versed against Darth Vader in a battle.
Oh, well, I can see that.
and Darth Vader won, obviously, and how he did it was that Darth Vader took his blade, put it up against his stomach, and turned it on just as Darth Maul was jumping in, stabbing them both.
Ooh.
It was, man, I haven't read that comic book, but I feel like I need to now because that sounds freaking awesome.
That does sound awesome.
And there was another comic book where Darth Maul did come back, and Luke had to fight him.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this was like, I can't remember if this was the actual Darth Maul. These storylines get so confusing, but I think it would be cool if we brought Darth Maul back either in this movie or maybe a future installment or something. But if not, that's okay. We'll take what we can get. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Yoda at all, or?
Yoda. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Yoda's gonna be in this one. I mean, he's just him, Anakin, and Obi-Wan are just spirits now.
Yeah, they're dead, so.
I mean, it would be kind of cool to have them appear to whoever the new the new Jedi that's supposed to save the world is like they come to her. I think it's a her that's the new Jedi in this show or in this movie, whatever it's called. But as far as like that actually happening, I don't know. It seems very unlikely. I think pretty much after the original, or not the original. I almost said the original prequel. That made no sense whatsoever. I think after the prequel trilogy, their time is just done.
Yeah.
We need to move on into a new story arc, and hopefully Episode 7 and the rest of the new trilogy gives us that. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of Star Wars stuff.
Yes.
And yeah. And special thanks to David.K and
Ninja Brendan.
and Ninja Brendan for accidentally coming on to the show.
Yes, we had surprise guest stars.
Surprise guest stars.
Even surprised us.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
But, yeah, that is it. That is it for this episode of This Is Our Calm Discussion. Subscribe if you enjoy our videos, like if you want more, and I'll see you in the next vid. I'm TomLeo,
I'm Zach.
and we are signing off.
See you guys.